as Thanos looked baffled at the empty crests in his glove where the Infinity Stones once lay, the camera shifted to a still of Robert Downey Jr. as he snapped his fingers, saying, "I am Ironman." Not only did Thanos break away from existence, but a single tear broke away from my eyes. You may not care that people see you crying in public, but the last time this happened to me, I was glad the theater was dark. Right up until my little baby sister, who doesn't know it's okay to whisper, said, Are you crying?" Pleasant afternoon to my dear Toastmaster and fellow Galileans. I sunk back into my chair, but soon learned an important life lesson that the longer you ignore sisters, the louder they get. In a matter of seconds, Naga shouted, "Why are you crying, The movie we were watching was Avengers Endgame. On the surface, it's a story about a single father trying to end world hunger with his rock collection. But on a much deeper level, it's about reclaiming life's missed opportunities. Let me explain. Infinity War, the movie before Endgame, started with Tony Stark launching himself into space and ended with him being helplessly stuck there while half his team died. Endgame started with Tony Stark returning from space and being given the same ultimatum. Yet this time, he decided to stick with, fight for, and ultimately die for his team, thus reclaiming his life's one missed opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, let me show you that you can be the Iron Man or woman in your story. Don't worry, you don't need to kill yourself. When the movie ended, I asked my sister what she had learned, and she said that it's never too late to save the world. But more generally speaking, it's never too late to follow your dreams. Why does it take my little sister to remind me that? I guess it's because children are uninhibited dreams. Don't believe me? Alright, let me take a step back to the time you were trying to figure out the exact moment the fridge light would turn off. During these years, we had ridiculous dreams. Something as small as a fridge light was able to pique our curiosity and not make us afraid to dream. I, for one, wanted to be a train driver because I was utterly fascinated by the mechanics of a train. The passion was proof that my younger self knew something that I had forgotten. That dreaming is fun, natural, and necessary. As we grow older, most of us hit a wall and we forget what it means to dream. Why? What happened? We compromised. Allow me to narrate the story of a girl I met in a half-remembered memory. A girl who didn't compromise. During grade 12, our school visited the deaf and blind school in Ratmalana. We had just finished our O-levels and we decided to entertain the kids there by singing for them. Towards the end, a teacher there announced that her student would like to give a speech. And as we applauded, she said that her student is deaf and therefore would be speaking in sign language. All of us looked completely baffled at one another as to why anyone would choose to do the one thing they literally can't do. And we found our answer in her speech when she said, "If not now, then when?" By a show of hands, how many of us here have asked ourselves this question? Nice. The reason most of us have asked ourselves this question is because of the way we were brought up. Because somewhere along the way we learned a painful truth. We learned that failing to achieve our dreams, we encounter critics who ridicule and crush our dreams. And it hurts. And we share an inner voice that says, "Please, no more. I can't take it. I'll just get hurt again. We convince ourselves that it's better to do what we're supposed to do than long for what we were meant to do. The evolution of the Sri Lankan man or woman is Australopithecus, Homo erectus, engineer or doctor, Homo sapien. The problem runs in our education system. Remember the day your maths sir told you that differentiation was going to be an important part in your daily life? Gentlemen, when have we ever seen a beautiful curve and said, Machang, if I could just draw a tangent and calculate its gradient, I'll be the happiest person in the world. Since we're already on roller coasters of the past, let's go all the way back to 500 AD. Say two mothers are meeting and they're talking about the one thing that most mothers like to talk about, their children. One mother asks, what does your son do? The other replies, oh, my son, he's a builder. He usually builds and fixes the small tanks in the area. But this month he got a promotion. So from next month onwards, he's going to be working in the king's much larger tanks. And that makes me such a proud mother. Anyways, what does your son do? The other replies, he's useless. He says he wants to be an artist, but does nothing but sit in the cave and draw on walls all day. Complete waste of time. Centuries later, one mother's child helped create the Parakram Samudra, while the other mother's child helped create the Sigiriya frescoes. I'm not trying to say that becoming a doctor or an engineer are not great professions. I'm trying to say that they are not the only great professions. That any profession can be great by the way you approach it, and you can approach anything if you dream it. The only question is, do we have the courage to dream? If you ever let a dream slip by, I'm here to tell you, it's not too late. If you can find the courage to overcome your circumstances, experiences, and critics, then your dream can live. Whether you dream of changing the world, or driving a train, or giving a speech, or not getting caught crying in the movies. If you forget every single word I've said today, it would thrill me if you remember this.